Raizin the Roof, presented by the Central Indiana Realtist Association, a local chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. Our mission is to build wealth through home ownership by enhancing economic development. We accomplish this goal by informing, advocating, and educating in the communities we serve. And now, Raizin the Roof.
Welcome and thank you for joining us as we're raising the roof. These programs are designed to help build generational wealth through home ownership. I'm Dolores Kennedy, your host with B&K Real Estate Services, and my co-host today is
Priscilla Russell with United Real Estate.
And you know what? Today we have a very exciting guest. She's one of our colleagues, Miss Dorothy Dodd. And she is with Centurior Bank. She's going to tell us all about community lending. And I am just excited to hear and talk to her about that so you can get some information about community lending. Sarah, who is sponsoring this program, we're going to tell you a little bit about that. And we will be right back with Raising the Roof. Welcome back to Raising the Roof. We're here today with Dorothy Dodd, who is a community lender with Centurior Bank. You know what? We're going to have some great conversation today. You know that?
That's right, because Dorothy is one of our favorite people. So we're so glad that she would take the time out with Centurior Bank and just tell us some information about what's going on. And I'd like to just sort of find out, they talk about community lender, that's what you do. So tell us what you love about being a community lender, Dorothy.
Well, as far as being a community lender, community banks, which Centurior is one of the community banks in the Indiana region, Centurior kind of fits with what my mission and values are, and that's having a servant heart, giving back to the community, you know, through either volunteerism, charitable organizations, donations, sponsorships. I love working with people, and mostly people that are unserved and underserved, which is what our CIRA mission is as well. So a community lender, what I do is I work with the community in the lending part of it in terms of trying to help them understand banking, either small business banking or to become a homeowner. Community banking is really a bank where you can go and build relationships with people because we're not a commercial bank and we're basically serving our communities where we have banks in their footprint. So I love doing that, and volunteerism is just what I do, and so it kind of fits with the position.
Dorothy, tell me, tell us a little bit about Centurior Bank.
Centurior Bank is a family-owned bank, and it was started in 1895, so this is our 127th year. It was opened in Whiting, Indiana, which is in the northwest part of Indiana around the Hammond area, which I am from Gary, so I'm very familiar with Centurior. It's been in my background for years because I know who they are. They have 6 bank centers in this region, Indianapolis market, and I work out of the Carmel branch. So being a family-owned bank, their promise is to never go public or sell the bank, which is what I like about working at Centurior.
Good. Tell me, what are some of the I understand that you guys are a community bank, and you said that you're not in the the commercial footprint of banking?
No. What I'm saying is we're not like a commercial, the bigger commercial banks,
Okay.
where most of them are nationwide. Community banks are usually in your community.
Okay.
And they're there to serve the communities that they are operating in. So we are in Northwest Indiana, as well as the Lafayette area, Fort Wayne, Indianapolis, around the surrounding areas of Indianapolis. So those are the areas and communities that we serve for Centir at this present time. Hopefully, we'll venture out to other communities, but we mainly serve the communities where we are and not outside the communities where we are not located, which commercial banks are, like I say, usually nationwide. We're not. So
Okay.
community banks are just that, they're in your community.
Okay.
So tell me this, how do you guys support like not-for-profits and some of the other areas of this local
Philanthropic,
community?
I mean, that's the serving heart is what we do. They give to a lot of charities and organizations, nonprofits. They do a lot of volunteerism for these organizations. We're just out there. What I like about is one of the slogans is we're the heart of the community. So we're basically out there trying to help those people that are in need of a community bank. And it's like we are partnering with everybody that well, I'll say everybody, but the organizations that are most in need, we try to help those organizations. And as a community lender, I love helping people and organizations out there that are in need of help because volunteer, it's hard to get people to volunteer. But that's what I do. I love people. I love helping people who are, especially those who are less fortunate than me. So I love being in the community, and we are a community bank. So we're here to help the communities.
Now, Dorothy, when someone is getting ready to think about purchasing a home, what would you tell them the first thing that they should do in starting that journey?
In purchasing a home? Well, basically, I would tell them they we need to actually look at their profile, their portfolio, their credit, their income, their assets. Make sure that everything is in order before you even take that journey, because there may be some legwork that you have to do to prepare yourself to go on this journey. I have so many clients sometimes come to me and they're wanting to buy and they have not a clue what they need to do, and they're already out looking at properties, and that's not the first thing you should do. You should make sure that you're able and ready to buy before you even start looking.
And most agents, because I have clients that call me and they will say, you know what, I'm ready to buy a house, and then I say, okay, can you tell me who you have contacted as far as your lender, or have you already been pre-approved or pre-qualified? And they say, well, no, but I saw a house that I really like. I know what I tell them, but what do you tell that person?
Well, mainly if they come to me first, I usually ask them, have they applied anywhere recently to see if they have, I ask them if they have any idea what their credit picture looks like, or if they've pulled their credit recently or made a purchase recently. So I do a lot of soul searching and question asking up front before we even start the journey to kind of open it up to see where we need to start. A lot of times if they say, well, I just filed bankruptcy, to me, that says you're not ready right now. We need to take a step back, look at where you are, and then I put them on a path to where they need to be. So when that time frame comes, they're ready to apply.
Well, one of the things that I think we need to share with the community right now, tell us a little bit about your background. Dorothy, we just got right into talking about the community, and we didn't really talk about why we really trust a lot of the things that you shared with us. Tell us about just a little bit about your background.
Well, I started in the financial services business in way back when. I started out actually as a front desk clerk, and in 9 months I had made assistant manager, and 18 months into the job I had my first branch office. So as a financial service branch manager, I worked in that field for 19 years before I started in the originating of mortgage loans. So I've been doing this quite a long time. Again, having come from a family that did not have a lot, I saw other people that needed help in certain areas, and I wanted to be that person to help them along the way. So what I like about originating is the fact that I can guide them into the right direction of where they need to go. And so I get pleasure out of helping, especially those first-time buyers who are first-generational first-time home buyers. That's my specialty, and that's what I love doing. Yeah.
Well, that that works right into what CIRA, our Central Indiana Realtors Association, and what some of our goals are, and that's to help to build generational wealth. So that's a great thing. Now, tell us a little bit about how we decide on which type of product that you guys provide for
Well, we have
buyers.
several products. We have one product for our first-time buyers. It's called the Neighborhood Loan Program, and you can find out more about that program at my website at dorothydodd.com, or you can contact me personally at 317-223-4283, and I can give you all the details of how that program works. But it's a fantastic program for uh, low to moderate income first-time buyers, or anyone that makes the income level of 65,003 right now is the median income limit for this area. Each area has their own median income limit. But I tell people that you need to, make sure that you can qualify for the program because it is a great program. It is a great product. We have other products as well, conventional construction loans, lot loans. So we have a lot of products that we sell, and I can tell you more about that if you visit my website.
So when they come to you, all they need to do is say, I'm an open book, I'm just a piece of clay. You need to kind of mold me into where I need to be and where I need to go, things of that sort. So they only need to come to you and you will take them from there. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Exactly, exactly. I kind of will guide them in that direction somewhat as a counseling person with my experience, just knowing where they are financially and credit wise. That tells a whole lot about where they are and what they need to be doing or what needs to be done. Yes.
Dorothy, we've got just about a minute, but I have a question. If we have someone that comes in and they're interested in purchasing a home, and as I asked you that question before, they say I'm ready. I want to buy a house. I know that I can pay for the house. A lot of people do that and are not actually ready. When we come back, what I want you to do is to tell us what community means to you, as well as sending someone in the right direction as to where, maybe you need to slow down just a little bit. You don't need to go as fast as what we're thinking you should go. And I'm rattling on, and I don't want to do that. But what I want you to do is to tell us what actually being a homeowner means to you and how you relate that to a new homeowner. We'll be right back with Raising the Roof with Dorothy Dodd, a community lender with Interior Bank. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Shelley Specchio, CEO of Mybor Realtor Association. We support the mission of the Central Indiana Realtist Association to improve the quality of life for the underserved and enhance the economic development for the community. At Mybor, our leadership in economic and community development efforts directly impact the strength of our communities and promote the importance of homeownership for all. Learn more about how realtors strengthen our communities at mybor.com.
And we're back with Raising the Roof. We have as our guest today Ms. Dorothy Dodd, who is a community lender with Centira Bank. Is that correct, Dorothy?
Centir.
Centir. And I said several times before Centirior, and it's not that. So she corrected me on that during our break. And so we're back with Dorothy. And Ms. Priscilla, you have a question.
My question that I have for today, for right now, is tell me about once that you had a great accomplishment and a great relationship in helping one buyer get to that home ownership designation and get to all of that. Tell us how you took care of it and what happened. Just something fun to let us know how you take care of clients to the end. I know, but I want the public to know how you do such a wonderful job.
I have a lot of stories I could tell you, just heartwarming stories that I could tell you about clients that I've helped that were, again, first-time buyers, first-generational buyers, buyers who thought they could not ever own a home in their life. But my one that sticks in my mind is it was a single mom. She was a battered mother, and she was actually had to stay in a shelter from her abuser. She got her credit straight. She got her funds together. She had two little boys. And we finally got her to where she was able to purchase a home with down payment assistance. And she closed on her house on Christmas Eve. I don't think
Wow.
I don't think I cried. I mean, I've cried at a lot of closings with customers, but that one really set with me because now she can move into her own home with her two kids the day before Christmas. And she never thought she could own her own home. So
Wow.
that's one of the stories that I could tell. And there's so many, I mean, there's so many that I've been to closings where people have just broken down and just cried. And that just starts me to, then I start crying because I'm happy for them because they don't think that they're worthy of being a homeowner. But I tell people, if you can pay rent, you can buy a home. You just have to discipline yourself to pay that mortgage like you pay your rent because you know if you don't pay your rent, you're on the street. The landlord's going to put you out. So if you can pay rent, and now rent is so high, I tell people you are better off trying to purchase a home. And if you need the education, we can provide it for you. There's sources out there that will help you to get home ready. There's down payment assistance programs out there for you. So there's no reason for you not to try at least become a homeowner if that's what you really want. And you have to want it and you have to want to do the work to get there, you know. So there's a lot of stories that I'm looking to tell in the future of new homeowners, you know, to help them build wealth because right now with the rate of rent, oh, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous.
One
So
of the things
I
that
love my job. I can tell you that I love my job as a community leader, and I love the fact that Centure is a community bank. And again, their values and their mission and their values align with mine. So it's like it's my ministry. So this is what we do, you know.
and,
We have a caring heart, we give back to the community, and that's what it's all about. So when you can get paid to do something you love, it's not like work.
yeah.
It's not like work.
And you know, Dorothy, you know, you said that about it being a ministry. I think this this job, my job, our job. I think this is a ministry because you learn people and you talk to people and you get to know what their needs are and you get to know their heart in a lot of times. So
Exactly.
I agree with you 100% on it being a ministry, and you have to have a heart for people in order to do this
Exactly.
job. I
I mean,
believe.
doing what we do is not easy, and it's not easy work. It's you stress out as much as the client stresses
Exactly.
out, you know, because you're hoping and praying that things go smoothly and that you get them to the closing table. Sometimes it doesn't always happen because some things fall through the crack, but you stress as much as they stress. But it's a wonderful feeling to see them get those keys. It really is.
It
It's a
is.
wonderful feeling.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say at least one thing for you, Dorothy. One of the clients that we have, and you knew we had, and you know who they are, and it took us, 18 months to get her into a home, and Dorothy was there all the way and keeping up with her and making sure that I didn't get out of line and that I did the right thing. But it was all about a first-time home buyer and
It
how they
is. It
stuck
is.
with
You have
her.
to hold their hands and walk them through the process. So I try to make myself available to them. I says, hey, text me, call me, whatever. If you have an issue, you need to let me know so I can help you out of this before you go the wrong route, you know, because I've had clients who have, during the process, done some things I've asked them not to do. So I try to make myself available to them for them to be able to question me so that we don't mess up along the way, because that could happen easily.
And
That could happen.
there are lenders that will not, if the person is not ready to purchase a home in 30 days or 60 days, they tend to let them, well, maybe not let them fall through the crack. They kind of put them on the back burner thinking that, we'll get back to them later. But sometimes I think doing this ministry, you have to kind of hold their hands and
Exactly,
say, you know
exactly,
what, you know
exactly,
what, you know what, you shouldn't have done that, but what we're going to get past that by you doing this, that, or the other.
exactly,
And I do
exactly.
know that you do that, Dorothy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well,
I
what
mean,
a,
it's about letting them know you're there for them, because I've had people come to me where they've gone to other lenders, and again, they have not heard back from them. But you need to give them the meat and potatoes that they need to feed them, so that down the road they're able to sustain themselves. And if you don't tell them what they need to do to get there, then they just give up. So I don't want them to give up, and I let them know that it may not be your time right now, but if you do these things, or if you get into some type of a counseling program, you can become a homeowner. You just have to follow the steps. And there are a Center for Working Families that will counsel them, and other counseling agencies. So there's help for you out there, and a lot of it is free, as well as our NID program. So with Sarah, there's counseling, and education is truly the key. If you don't know, you can't do better. So I try to steer them in the right direction of educating them on what they need to do for the future if they're not ready right now. Yeah, that's what I do.
okay, Dorothy, as more of a community involved type banking mortgage company, tell me about how you help the neighborhoods and when different businesses are moving into town, and you said that you really work hard making sure that the businesses are taken care of in some of your other areas, and in that sense you also are able to help homeowners when they build in those communities. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And then when you finish with that, tell us how you volunteer and what you're doing these days.
Well, I again, I reach out to other areas of um, the market, because I work with some realtors in Fort Wayne, and as a matter of fact, I had uh, one of my realtor who's a sideline realtor, but she has a daycare there, and she called me a few days ago. She wants to buy the building that she's in for her daycare, and she was trying to do it under her credit, but then I was not able to help her in that respect. So I did refer her to our small business banker, who feels he can get her credit ready and approved to purchase that building. So we do small business lending in those areas as well. So if there's someone that comes to me that's looking for a small business loan, I can refer them to our small business banker, so that they can help them. So I try to keep them in a path of, if there's something we can offer them at Centir, I try to make sure that we can help them, because we have programs out there and products that can pretty much um, complete whatever they're trying to attain. And as far as me volunteering, oh my God, I volunteer with several organizations. I'm on the housing committee for Flanner House, as everybody knows, Flanner House that lives in Indianapolis. That has been my baby. I've been volunteering with them since 2007. I was the housing co-chair for 4 years, and that's what they're to help revitalize that community, because it was a really impoverished community. It's turning around nicely now, and I'm loving what I'm seeing that's going on in that community. But there's still a lot of work to be done in that community in terms of homeownership, getting small businesses in that neighborhood. They do not have a bank in that community right now. They do not have a grocery store in that community right now, other than a small bodega that Flanner House itself um, built and created, for that community. But I love working with the community, attending the community meetings and hearing what the people have to say, trying to educate them again on homeownership, where they can get homeowner repair dollars. There's so much that they need in these communities that they don't know where to go. I also volunteer on the Far East Side. It's just wherever I'm needed, if I've got the time, the talent, I try to put it there. Several CDCs, or what we call community development corporations, I am working with on a regular basis.
Miss
And a lot of it is trying to do homeowner education and credit repair or credit counseling is what I do. And I love what I do. So wherever there's a place to go to volunteer, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I just love volunteering. It's like I tell myself I'm a professional networker. So that's what I do.
Miss Dorothy, we appreciate you coming today. We appreciate you giving us this information. Tell us how we get in touch with you.
You can reach me via my website at dorothydodd.com, or you can reach me at 317-223-4283.
Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Dorothy. We will talk to you soon, and we appreciate you coming and sharing with us information on Centier Bank. Thank
Centier
you.
gives, and we're the heart of the community.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, my name is Dolores Kennedy, broker owner of B&K Real Estate Services. I have over 25 years of experience. My mission is to make buying or selling your home an experience, not a headache. Call me at 317-710-3107.
Hi, my name is Priscilla Russell, your agent with Hustle with United Real Estate. I have over 30 years experience helping buyers and sellers to build wealth through real estate. Call me at 317-872-SELL.
And welcome back to Raising the Roof. We had an exciting guest today, Ms. Dorothy Dodd, who is a community lender from Centier Bank.
And we had a great time talking with her because she is really great on the community lending and the things that they do in the community. And we just thank her so much for getting in here and telling us all about Centier and what they do. So we're just wonderful today to have some information about home buyers and what they do. So we thank her immensely.
Yes. And what we want you to do is to come back and see us the next time at Raising the Roof as we bring you information you can use. Come back. We'll see you next time.
On the first Wednesday of every month, realtors and real estate professionals are invited to our CERA meeting, which is at 11:30. For information on attending the meeting, please go to our website at www.cira.nareb.org for meeting information. Thank you.
Raizin the Roof.